such a huge price in the swing states, and we were earlier seeing a lead for Kamala Harris, and now that's changing towards the Trump side, which has made this particular room where I am at in very, very happy. There's been a lot of cheering as the map behind them becomes increasingly more red, and the Republicans here feeling very confident at the moment. And we are joined now by Matt Lamagese, who we also spoke with yesterday. He's the chairman of the Young Republicans of Philadelphia. Tell us, Matt, how are you feeling as you look at these numbers?
We're ecstatic. We couldn't be happier. Pennsylvania's looking great. It hasn't been called yet, but the numbers are looking very good. We think that the Democrats here in Philadelphia overstated the vote. That never materialized. Trump is ahead. Dave McCormick, our Senate candidate, is ahead. We've got a string of victories imminent in the Northeast Philadelphia area at the state level. We couldn't be happier.
Now, what do you think? Pennsylvania, last time went to Joe Biden, even though it went by a small percentage, it did go to Joe Biden. So what is changing? And we know it's not yet called, but what is changing to see the margins become so close and with Trump now leading?
Well, it's a very different place than 4 years ago. Look, 4 years ago it was a single issue. It was a referendum on the handling of the COVID-19 crisis. Right now, we're weaker abroad. We've got illegal immigrants pouring across our southern borders. We've got rampant inflation due to the inherently inflationary policies of the Biden-Harris administration. People, as I mentioned yesterday, right, young people, but all people really, they're paying an extra 20% tax effectively as a result of inflation. So the fact that, everything had fell apart, during their administration, it's a reaction to that, right?
On the whole, though, yes, there's been inflation, but when it came to unemployment numbers, there was a lot of progress under the Biden administration, but because unemployment is certainly down, and it's certainly down than what it was soon after the pandemic.
Well, look, if you're going to compare pandemic, where they shut down the economy and they, furloughed people across the nation, of course. But that doesn't mean people are happy. Look, in World War II, remember, they say World War II got us out of the Great Depression. Well, that was true in terms of economic data, but that didn't mean people were happy on the ground in their day-to-day lives. And it's a situation like that where, okay, coming off of this huge event, a man-made event, by the way, coming off of that.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, we do know that they shut down the economy. Absolutely, that was man-made. So, they shut down the economy. They furloughed all these people. Well, yeah, as you come back online, you have that. But they've made a lot of bad decisions since then. And this is a referendum on that.
A lot is said about immigration time and time again, but at the same time, a lot of what is said is also very ugly rhetoric, because this country ultimately is formed of immigrants. The Irish, the Italians, it's basically a country of immigrants. To say that one kind of immigrant is bigger or greater or nicer than the other kind of immigrant is a problem for a huge population here in the United States. How do you respond to it?
Well, look, it's very easy, actually, right? There is one type of immigrant that's good, legal immigrants. Nobody's saying that legal immigrants shouldn't come. What we're saying is you need to respect the laws of this country, and you need to come into this country by, through the process. You need to come in, you need to follow the process, and then, get a visa, get a green card, whatever you have to do, follow that process and do it legally.
Understood. That when Donald Trump talks about deporting millions of people, that's likely to cost billions of dollars, according to some organizations. How is that even possible or likely? How will he carry it out?
Well, look, logistically, I don't know how that's going to work. There's smarter minds than me that will be assessing that and developing a plan to handle it properly. What I will say is, I'm sure the president has a plan as to how he wants to do it, but look, this is creating a major burden on the system here. The people who are here, who are not paying into it, and who are, you look at the billions of dollars, up in New York, you see Eric Adams spoke out about this, the cost that New York suffered, as a result of housing all of these people. And they're not alone in that. So there's a cost for keeping them, there's a cost for attempting to deport them.
Right, Matt, they're talking about all the various issues at play here and also explaining some perspective on why you are seeing that map turn red and the issues that reach out to a lot of voters who feel left out. We spoke earlier to a young American man who said that he felt like he was a minority because nobody was catering to his needs and the fact that he can't afford housing or his grocery bills.